We are assembled here because this will be the first time in our history that we will elect a female president, and we look forward to Suzanne coming up later on. But before we start off the proceedings, we want to put a very warm welcome forward to Julie Dore, our guest speaker, who is the leader of the City Council. And Julie is one of the soon-to-be fabulous 5 of females that will lead the region. We will have not only the leader of the Sheffield City Council being female, the president being female, the master cutler being female. We'll have the High Sheriff in due course also being female, and the Lord Mayor being female. So you can't say that Sheffield is not progressive and dynamic in that sense. Julie's going to make a short speech about where the council is going, and then we'll have a Q&A session, and she will be leaving us about 4:30, and then we'll enter into the formal part of the proceedings. So a very warm welcome, another great turnout. Ladies and gentlemen, Councillor Julie Dore, thank you.
Thank you very much, Yuri. It's nice to see so many friendly faces in the audience, which makes it a little bit easier for me. Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to talk to you today. This is an important event. It's an important relationship between the City Council and the City's Chamber of Commerce. I'll say a little bit about what sort of relationship I aspire to in a few minutes. But first of all, for those of you who don't know me, I am Councillor Julie Dore, leader of Sheffield City Council. I want to use my time this afternoon to say a little bit about my administration's priorities, what I think we can do to be more business friendly, and how I hope to work alongside you, the business community. Let me say from the start that I didn't get into politics to cut services or to stand in the way of progress. We all know the next few years are going to be very challenging, but I got into politics to make things happen, to get things done. I hope over time you will come to recognise this council as one that is prepared to listen and then to act in order to make things better. And I absolutely recognise that business and the private sector is key within that. This city will not succeed without a strong and thriving private sector. So what are our priorities? Firstly, we will deliver the services that matter to local people. We will target our resources to support the people and families that need it most, whoever they are and wherever they live. Second, we will focus on jobs. We all know that we need more jobs in the city to provide local residents with the opportunity to succeed in their lives. And we need to help young people in particular who face an enormous challenge as a result of this recession. As many of you will know, I sit on the Sheffield City Regional Local Enterprise Partnership, the LEP, and I am regularly reminded by my private sector colleagues that businesses do not set out to employ people. In fact, if you can reduce your overheads by becoming more efficient, then this is what's right for your business. I accept that. My response is that if we want to see more employees in the city, then we need more employers, more people doing more business in more markets and in better ways that will lead to more jobs. And this philosophy will be at the heart of our economic strategy. Thirdly, to support that economic strategy, we want to be a business-friendly council and a business-friendly city. I am not going to stand here this afternoon and say, good news, we are now a business-friendly city. I know there will be times where this is not the case, and I know there will always be more that can be done. For me, a business-friendly council is about our ambition. It's about a culture we aspire to and a way of working that I will be expecting from my managers. It is as much about how we do things as what we do. It's about listening to you, getting to understand the pressures you are working under, being clear with you from the outset what we can and can't do, being flexible and adapting to meet your needs where we can. And it's about delivering on what we say we will. I know there was a meeting at the Chamber last Friday morning with the UK Trade and Investment, where Richard Rye and others discussed what we can do to attract more investment into the city region. Part of what attracts investment is showing that you are willing to do what it takes to get a positive outcome for that business. Often, investment goes to the place that is prepared to work the hardest to find solutions to a problem. There will always be times when the answer to something has to be no. But no, I'm sorry, we can't do that is not an acceptable response. Let's sit down and find out how else we can achieve it, is the sort of response I will expect from my managers and you can expect from my administration. That is what I mean by being business friendly, and I will expect the same commitment to that, whether it's for a large overseas inward investor or a local small business. It's about our culture and our commitment to creating an environment where business of all sizes can succeed. And lastly, my administration will stand up for Sheffield. That does not mean falling out with the government for the sake of it. That will not do Sheffield any favours. It means raising our profile nationally and internationally, celebrating what's great about the city and making sure we fight for a fair deal from all the organisations and people that work with us. I know we're not going to get all of this right overnight, and that is why relationships with organisations like the Chamber of Commerce are so important. My administration will not jump to quick solutions or pretend we've got all the answers. That is why I will always be prepared to work with networks and organisations like the Chamber. Why we've held the first of hopefully many business summits, why we'll be working alongside a business advisor panel, and why I'm here this afternoon. My ask back to you is to get involved. I know there is an enormous amount of commitment and goodwill from the private sector. I'm always amazed at the amount of time people are prepared to give up for free if they know they will be listened to and feel it can make a difference. I can assure you that is something the Council is extremely grateful for and keen to not take for granted. Come to us with ideas. Challenge us when you need to or when you feel we've not lived up to the standards I've outlined. It won't always be easy, but we all need to work together. Come to us with alternatives, not just complaints, and work alongside us and help us to become that business-friendly city I know we all aspire to be. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to working with you all as we aspire to make Sheffield the best place to do business in England, the UK, Europe, and the rest of the world. Thank you.